Hi guys, this is me George from Pageant Empress, and in this video I'm going to talk about my personal favorites from the preliminary competition of Miss Grand International, which just finished about an hour ago. And as I'm a pageant fanatic, you guys know I have done my homework. I was watching the show and I have wrote about 10 pages of my comments. So if I'm looking down or to the sides, I'm just looking at my script, making sure I have said my notes. I will not be saying too much, maybe like 30 seconds about each of the contestants, because I have over 20 contestants that I'll have to talk about that stood out to me. First in the swimsuit, then the evening gown. I might mix it up a bit because some of the contestants are not the same. So let's find out. Anyway, first of all, I just want to say how amazing the production was. Did you guys see the LED light and the backdrop with the music? It was out of this world. I absolutely loved it. If you like the production of the Miss Grand International preliminary competition, please let me know in the comment section if you liked it. What do you think of it? If you did, let me know in the comment, and also hit the like button for this video too before we start the list. And if you want to see my actual full rank of my top 20, you have to watch the full video. I will reveal my best in swimsuit and best in evening gown from number 1 to number 20 at the end of this video, okay? So we are starting in alphabetical order. Start with Miss Gran Angola. I think she's really cute. She has a bubbly personality and she really shined in the swimsuit competition. I really liked the evening gown because it was a black evening gown with a lot of Swarovski crystals in white and silver. And black is not a common color that we often see in beauty pageants. Miss Gran Angola had a veil covering her face, and when she lifted her veil, it looked beautiful because you could finally see her cute face. It was a magical moment, and it is really nice to see African countries really finally getting the spotlight that they deserve in international beauty competition. So I think this was a really strong start. Miss Grand Brazil with her long legs. She looks like a Victoria's Secret angel. And I know the fashion show was held last week. So if Victoria's Secret is watching this video, make sure to hire Miss Brazil because she has the looks, the body, the fierceness. And I think she did a spectacular job, especially a swimsuit. I really enjoyed it. I had confidence in the swimsuit round. And she was wearing a very different evening gown. She was wearing a gold jumpsuit with some organza in the backdrop. This outfit reminded me of Anokiai during the Met Gala with the Swarovski crystal jumpsuit. I don't know if it was just me, it was just the gold version of the blue Swarovski crystal jumpsuit that she wore during the Met Gala. And it was very similar. And I don't know if it was suitable for the evening gown, but what do you guys think? Did you like Miss Grand Brazil's evening gown or jumpsuit, I should say? If it did, let me know. If it did not, I mean, I was not a big fan of it. I think it's if it's evening gown, it should be a gown. Miss Grand Colombia was stunning in the swimsuit competition. She was so confident, so comfortable on the stage, and I really loved this golden evening gown with the dragon's details. I thought she looked like an empress ready to take on a throne. This was a Met Gala quality evening gown, and the details was just so fantastic. It was excellent, and it did look quite heavy, but she carried off this spectacular dress with ease. I think this styling really works with Miss Grand Colombia because she has a very striking facial features, and it complemented her really well. So I think this styling should be taken forward in the final competition because she definitely stood out, and this is one of my favorite evening gowns. I gave her really high scores, so watch until the end of this video to find out my rank for Miss Grand Colombia. Miss Grand Curacao looked beautiful, and her pageant experience really showcasing the swimsuit competition as she had a good balance and understand her body language. I think she had the right amount without going too much or doing over the top, but I was really disappointed to see her red evening gown. It looked so incomplete, and I just didn't understand who made the decision for her to wear this evening gown because this is not Miss Grand International standard, and she has worn much more beautiful evening gowns, especially during the press conference that she wore. I thought that should have been her preliminary competition evening gown. For me, the styling was a huge miss. It just didn't make any sense. And beautiful girl, but styling was really poor and poorly executed. I just didn't like it. Miss Grand Czech Republic showcasing her vitiligo skin condition. That was a great representation to showcase her imperfection, as I think that will be a really great representation and many people can relate to her story. I love the evening gown. As a proud gay man, of course, seeing rainbow makes me happy, and I actually didn't know that Veronica was part of the LGBT community, so welcome, sister. She really shined today, and Miss Grand Czech Republic performed really good, and it was a standout in both the swimsuit and the evening gown. She took a risky choice because I know some people would not like this evening gown. I have a huge respect for Veronica for taking this bold decision, and you know what? It worked really well for her. Miss Grand Dominican Republic was a fantastic performer on the stage, and I loved her playful presentation during the swimsuit competition. Her dance background really helped her to stand out in the swimsuit. However, I was severely let down with the evening gown choice. It looked like a Halloween costume that you would wear for a Halloween party, as we know it was coming very soon. It's happening, I think, next week. I had high expectations from Miss Grand Dominican Republic, and I feel quite disappointed to see her wear this evening gown. Maybe because I just thought so much from her, so I expected too much, and maybe that's why I'm quite let down. I'm disappointed with what I saw. I really hope that she changes her evening gowns because she has a beautiful face. She gives us great performance, great presentation. So styling does need to improve a lot more. Please bring back the glamour that she had during the press conference. The styling was correct, the hairstyle, the makeup, everything looked so perfect during that event. So we need to see more of that. So Miss Grand Dominican Republic could really shine during the final competition. So if you're watching or if your team is watching this video, please make some changes, especially the wardrobe. As I'm recording this video, it is raining really heavily outside. So if you hear a bit background noise, it's because it's storming literally as I'm speaking. So the weather is not on my side, guys. Okay, let's move on to the next contestant. Miss Grand France looked like a top model, and when she revealed that wig, that bob wig was out, she stole the show. So take notes, ladies. If you're watching this video, if you're watching the Preliminary competition, take some notes from Miss Grand France because that's how you capture the whole audience attention, including the viewers watching live online. Because Miss Grand France really understood how to give us drama while looking exquisite. Because talking about an evening gown, it looked like a treasure that could be found in Indiana Jones movie, and she looked like $1 million. Expensive. It was so exquisite, beautiful. And I must say that France has been one of my favorites since the start of the competition, and she has been performing really well. I will say it now, right now, that I do believe that France is the strongest European contestant in this year's competition, and I want to see Miss Grand France placing it all the way to the top five finalists because she deserves the spot, or even wear the golden crown because I think France has been consistently performing really well, and today was her night. I think today was the day that France proved all of us that France has the personality, the stage performance, and the fashion. Incredible, intricate detail of evening gowns that they can serve. And France, this was your night to shine, and you proved all of us. You are the fashion queen of MGI. Miss Grand Ghana looks like a tribal princess, and this gown is a tribute to the Ghanaian heritage. I would have preferred if this evening gown was in a warmer color, something like orange, yellow, gold, or red, because the background was already cooler color. It was blue, so I feel like it kind of blend into the background. But regardless, I think she gave a fantastic performance. So Miss Grand Ghana is in my top 20, especially for the evening gown competition. Miss Grand Guatemala is beautiful, but she does need more energy in both rounds. I think she did decent in the evening gown round. I think the color pink really suits a fair complexion. I just did not understand what were the curly wires on the side of the evening gown. I thought it was too distracting from her beauty because she has a beautiful face and she's blessed with a good DNA, so I think she should just keep it classy and simple. Miss Grand India was a breath of fresh air. She was so confident and gave us a dazzling performance in the swimsuit round. There was such a tremendous improvement compared to her first swimsuit performance that happened in the middle of the ocean. So I'm really happy that Rachel is listening to the fans' suggestions, tips, as that shows that she's a queen of people. She's listening to people's advice that is helping her to have self improvement. My jaw dropped when I saw Rachel in a pink evening gown because she looked like an Indian princess, a majestic royal princess, because the Indian heritage, the culture, the tradition, the jewelry, everything was pure perfection. This is how you represent your culture truly on a global scale, like Miss Grand International. I love the headpiece, the asymmetrical neckline, the long train, the cape, everything was just so perfect. And I feel like Rachel looked like Miss Grand International. This is my message to Mr. Nawat if he's watching this video. It is time to crown India as Miss Grand International because she's absolutely deserving. She fits all the five B's. beauty, body, brains, and business. And after this preliminary competition, she has assured all of us watching this video live, in person, and online that India is deserving of winning the Golden Crown. I think this should be the styling for Rachel moving forward in the final competition. Miss Grand Indonesia Nova, her swimsuit performance was decent. I thought it was quite safe, but she has been consistently doing really well throughout the contest. I really liked the evening gown. I thought the design was a bit too over the top because the evening gown looked really heavy, and I could see that she was having a difficult time moving her hands due to the shoulder design of the dress. She carried off really well and she was really assured of herself. One thing I like about Nova is she has the right attitude of a beauty queen. She is always there to help with people. She's friendly, she's humble and down to earth. All the Miss Grand International contestants need to look at Supernova as an example of how a beauty queen should behave. A beauty queen should be nice to each contestant on and off stage, and that is a message that I would like to share through this video. Miss Grand Japan gave us a touch of a Japanese kimono when she revealed the golden evening gown underneath. I thought the hairstyle reminded me so much of Pia, Miss Universe 2015 from the Philippines. Overall performance wise, I thought Miss Japan deserves a top 20 placement because she did really well in the swimsuit. Yes, she was a little bit over the top. I liked her energy because she kept it up from the swimsuit all the way to the evening gown. Yes, she did a bit too much. There was a bit of gimmicks happening for the swimsuit, but this is MGI, and I think she did pretty good. Miss Grand Malaysia, I really want Melissa to watch this video and please listen to the advice. You need to tone down the introduction, especially when she said Malaysia. It's too high pitched and it hurts my ears and it is really, really irritating. I'm sorry if I'm being too harsh, but it gave me a headache the first time. Second time listening to it, still is too much going on. Talking about her swimsuit performance, it was really good because she had smooth and flawless performance. She understands how to face the camera angle as she gave us a wide range of facial expressions, and so I really liked that her evening gown looked like a butterfly ready to fly towards the MGI headquarters. Simplicity really works and does wonders, so I want Melissa to tone down a little bit, especially the introduction bit, because her performance is really good. Miss Grand Mexico looks spectacular in this golden evening gown, and I think she needs to change her hair and makeup because the makeup was too dark for the evening gown, because the evening gown had a lot of gold and rich, warm color tone, but the makeup was very dark. So I don't know who did the makeup, but it didn't suit her beauty. She has a stunning beauty and aura, but she lacks energy on the stage. Her swimsuit performance was kind of not that great, but her evening gown saved her, so that's why I have in my top 20. Miss Grand Myanmar, she rocked this swimsuit competition. She gave us a clean presentation without too much dramatic poses, and the recent drama has, I believe, really humbled her because I can see that she has changed her attitude. And I know that a lot of people are not really liking Miss Grand Myanmar, but let's keep that in mind that she's only 18 years old. She's the youngest contestant. I think we need to be mindful and very careful of how we behave towards Miss Grand Myanmar because she's young and we should not be negative towards her because I can clearly tell that she's feeling the pressure because so many people from her country are supporting her. She looks like Motisha Adams from the Adams family and someone who loves the Adams family. I love the evening gown. Yes, it was a bit dark and something that is different, which we have not seen from Miss Grand Myanmar since she usually goes for more of a sweet look, which is something that we have seen previously, many events that she has done. But I like that she gave us something different. It was quite unexpected, so it was more of an experiment. I would say to remove the golden accessories, it was not necessary, but except that, the gown was really nice. It was beautiful. Miss Grand Nepal, she's a dark horse in this contest, and she has some powerful stage presence. She was really unstoppable, especially for the swimsuit competition. I thought she did really well. She was flirty. She was just being playful with his close-up angles too. So I think she did really good. There's a possibility that Nepal will place in top 20 for the first time in the 12 years of this pageant. I want her to do a magical performance on the final night, and as she was so good today, she was hot in the swimsuit competition. Her evening gown was kind of safe. It was not my favorite, especially I did not like the hairstyle that they did for her in the evening gown. It kind of didn't match the overall aesthetic of the evening gown. I think she needs to change her makeup artist and the hairstylist on the final night. Miss Grand Peru, muy bonita. Lime green is a tough color and it's very difficult. I think only few people can pull it off. And I think Miss Grand Peru did an exceptionally well job because she looked beautiful in this evening gown. She almost tripped, but she was professional and she recovered it really well. It shows her expertise as a passerella queen, and I think Peru will continue to get a high placement as she was super confident in her swimsuit with the afro hairstyle, and I think she will get probably best in swimsuit or at least top three in best in swimsuit because I think she did really good. Miss Grand Philippines, CJ, for me, in my opinion, she gave the best swimsuit performance today. The hair flick was right. Also, her walk was on the beat of the music, and she put the whole stage on fire during the swimsuit competition. It was hot. It was so good. I loved that. I thought CJ did a phenomenal job. Her turns were slick and natural without doing too much. CJ was dipped in gold, perfectly matching the golden crown of Miss Grand International. She looked majestic and phenomenal. I thought that was a really good performance. She needs to tone down the touching her hair a bit. I feel like it was too much for the evening gown. I think less is better because it was a bit distracting for me. I'll be honest. I think just keep the hand down. For the evening gown, it is not necessary. For swimsuit, you could do it, but for the evening gown, less is better. Miss Grand Puerto Rico, she was a professional as she knew her camera angles and she changed poses effortlessly from one to the next. I think she was unstoppable in the swimsuit competition, but I was let down with the evening gown. I thought it did not suit her body. It was asymmetrical. It just didn't look balanced. And as someone who really is perfectionist myself, I think there needs to be some sort of balance in evening gown. No bueno, la señora. Miss Grand South Africa. If we are only talking about the evening gown design of the gown, I actually really liked it. It was my favorite evening gown. But of course, I also have to talk about the presentation. I thought Miss South Africa was so cute, so charming, full of personality, and you could see the South African details on the bodice. So it was a fantastic tribute to her country, which is well known as a rainbow nation. I noticed both in swimsuit and the evening gown, she did really well. Despite her small height, she was a standout and she should be very proud of herself because she gave a fantastic performance and she outperformed many of the fan favorites. So watch out for South Africa. Miss Grand Spain, Susana, she performed much better in the swimsuit than the evening gown. And as someone who loves Susana Medina, Miss Grand Spain, since the national competition, I thought she would become the first European Miss Grand International. But since the start of the competition until now in Thailand, I do not know why, but I feel like she's holding back a little bit. She's not giving a full 100%, and I do not know what is the reason, but there's something missing from Miss Grand Spain Susana. I want her to bring back the same Susana from the national competition where she impressed everyone, where she was shining brightly. Miss Grand Thailand, Mylene has finally woke up, and I feel that this was a moment to really shine. She was confident during the swimsuit competition. I know I have been very tough towards Mylene as she was the host contestant, so I expected really a lot from her, and she has finally proved us why she won Miss Grand Thailand. She improved so much in a short period of time, so I have to give her, I'm proud of you. She gave us a refined performance, and the silver evening gown really suited and complemented her fair complexion. This is the best Mylene has looked during MGI, and I want her to have this styling moving forward in the final competition because even though there was quite a lot of busy design on the top part, I thought it really suited her body type and she looked beautiful. Miss Grand United Kingdom, Amy dressed in stained glass looked gorgeous, and this was a unique interpretation of the British culture as there are a lot of different churches in the UK which have stained glass. I liked it because she was unique and without trying to change who she is. I think this performance and her overall performance during the pre-activities like the national costume and other swimsuit competition, I think the entire time she has been authentic, being natural, being true to who she is. And just for that, I think the United Kingdom deserves a top 20 placement. Miss Grand US Virgin Island. I like the contrast of the gold against the black fabric. It was a yin and yang moment. She looks like a Disney villain, which I love. So if you're watching this video, you are doing fantastic. Miss US Virgin Island did incredible in the swimsuit as well as the evening gown. She was excellent in the swimsuit as she had the captivating energy, the aura. She had so much power, and I think Miss US Virgin Island had given one of the strongest performances in the swimsuit presentations. Miss Venezuela, she looks like a mountain covered with snow in her white evening gown, tall and wide, but I was expecting a bit more since she is Miss Venezuela. This is a pretty gown, but it does not suit the Miss Grand International stage. It is more suitable for a museum or a gallery. She's a great singer and she made it to the top 3 of the Grand Voice, but I was let down with the styling and also the swimsuit presentation was not that great. This is my top 20 overall. So as you can see in my number 1, I have India as the best in evening gown. I think Rachel, if she keeps up this energy, she could possibly win the whole thing as she has done everything to capture the heart of Nawat and the MGI organization. And my best in swimsuit goes to Miss Philippines because she was a cha-cha diva and I loved it. The hair flick worked perfectly. And I think she will win best in swimsuit too. So these are my top 2. And you can see my overall rank in the best in swimsuit and the best in evening gown. Some of them are the same, some are not. What do you guys think of my top 20 favorites from the preliminary competition? Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section where we can start a conversation. If you enjoyed watching this video, then click the like button, click the red subscribe button to see more videos like this, and follow me on social media at the rate Pageant Impress to get the latest pageant news and updates. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know the weather was not that great because it is still raining. It's actually storming outside, so it was really loud. I do apologize if there was some background noise beforehand. But saying that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys after Miss Grand International Final on the 25th of October. So see you guys. Bye-bye.